Yo, it's Ali Boso. I haven't been uploading videos. I've been making them. I just haven't been uploading them. Just haven't had to When I did have the time to upload them, I just wasn't thinking about it. I was just relaxing. Cause, man, if you knew all the shit that I do on the daily basis, it's ridiculous. This month of September, I have rehearsals Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday every week. The time frames aren't the same, so I can't organize. Sorry about the lighting. I'm just chilling in the dark in the car. So it's hard for me to organize. Like, okay, I'm gonna go to rehearsal at this time because I got a 7 o'clock rehearsal that ends up going from 7 to like 10 because we putting on a show for September 26th. Then September 26th at 401 North Howard Street, Downtown Cultural Arts Center in Baltimore, Maryland. Then I got another one September 28th at 8 by 10. I want to say it's like 10 East Cross Street. I can't think of the address off the top of my head, but I think it's 10 East Cross Street in Baltimore City, where I'm working with the Wild Eye Band. And the show on the 26th, I'm not performing, but I'm a part of it. I helped put it together. I guess curated. I grabbed some artists, put them on the show. Okay, that's a light from something else. All that jazz, and then I gotta work at the same time. My work schedule is just hectic because they not letting me come on first. Whatever, it's a lot of stuff, yo, and I don't get any sleep. Trying to keep myself healthy, you know what I'm saying. Trying to work out, all a bunch of shit. But this video right here, man, this video is about Tekashi 6ix9ine situation and just how I feel about it. Now, I grew up in Baltimore City. Stop snitching, no snitching, you know what I'm saying? Don't be no snitch. And that's just gang culture, period. That's just gang culture all the way through. And that's just gang culture through and through. And not even gang culture. That's just, what it is. Just don't be snitching. But with the Tekashi 6ix9ine situation, I'm a little bit different and different about it because you take somebody who's not a gangster, obviously. Like, he was working at like a sub shop. And not saying you can't be a gangster working at a sub shop. There might be some gangsters working at a sub shop. Don't ever get it twisted. But he wasn't. He wasn't no gangster. At least he wasn't a gangster with the 9 Trey Bloods. He didn't come up with them. They wasn't his homeboys. You know what I'm saying? From the stories and the tales that I've heard, he's not a part of it. He's not involved. And they find a way to extort him. You know what I'm saying? So he's getting extorted, right? And I guess to a degree it's understandable. It's like, all right, yo, y'all gang, y'all real connected, y'all can protect me, y'all can keep me safe. Y'all my security guards, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? To a degree, you're my security guards without the license. And, alright, maybe he knew the whole time that they were stealing money from him. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know if he knew the whole time, but he found out. And even when he found out, maybe he could have dealt with that. Maybe he could have been like, alright, yo, I understand y'all getting some money from me. Cool. But you gotta figure they were stealing from him. They robbed him. They kidnapped him. So they were stealing money from him, kidnapped him, robbed him, and then they took his jewelry. One of them was fucking his baby mother. How does he get back at you? Because he's not a gangster, so he's not gonna go the gangster route. So he can't get back at you with guns and riding out on you because I think his closest friend, it seems like at the time, was in the gang, and he was the one that was involved in the gang. And apparently, I wouldn't even say that 6ix9ine was in the gang because he didn't get jumped in. They didn't initiate him, because usually gang initiation, you gotta get banked, you gotta fight, you gotta do, you know what I'm saying, you gotta, like, some of them, I think you gotta kill somebody, like some of them gangs you gotta do certain shit to be involved. And apparently he didn't have to do any of that shit to be involved. He was like considered an honorary member, so at any given moment they can just snatch his flag from him, snatch his title from him, or whatever you want to say. So you take, I'm not mad at 6ix9ine for snitching. I'm not. I'm really not. Some people are. I'm not. You take this non-gangster person, you put them in this gangster lifestyle, or you allow him to be. You tell him that, all right, Joe, you cool, you protected by the gangsters, and you let him pop off. You let him pop off. You let him talk hella shit. You let him like say hella crazy shit. You have him involved in a lot of the shit that's going on, and involved in enough of the stuff that's going on. And you get jammed up, and he get jammed up with y'all, and you expect him not to tell. This is after he knows that you've been robbing him, I mean that you've been stealing from him, that you robbed him, you kidnapped him, you fucked his baby mother, his daughter, or his daughter probably calling this other nigga dad. Like, I don't know, but I know that that's how some niggas' mindsets is, and I think that's fucking crazy. So who knows what other kind of like mental anguish that that 6ix9ine is going through. You know what I'm saying? I'm more upset. I'm not upset at anybody. I don't really. It's not my personal thing. I'm more looking at the people that the gang members. Like, dog, why would you even? I'm not mad that you jumped on 6ix9ine bandwagon and you know, promoted him, tried to get his shows up, get some money out of him. Cool, I understand all that. But I look at that like I look at Robert De Niro and Joe Pesci in Casino. My nigga, you here to protect him. You're not here to fuck up the money. You know what I'm saying? When Joe Pesci started fucking Robert De Niro's wife, they called back to Joe Pesci and was like, Doug, chill the fuck out. Cut that shit the fuck out, dog. You fucking up the money. You supposed to be out there to protect him, not fuck his wife and fuck up our money. And you see what happened at the end of that. Joe Pesci ended up in the ditch. It was that Joe Pesci ended up in the ditch? Or was that the one where he got killed? No, I think that's the one where he ended up in the ditch. Yeah, where they shot him shot him and his cousin or his brother or something in the desert, and they buried him alive, pretty much. And guess who was still alive? The money man. Because they care more about the person that's going to do the money. You gotta care more about the person that's making you the money than the person that's not. So you, like they say, you never bite the hand that feeds you. Apparently they were stealing money from him. What, he was getting $600,000 a show. He only seeing like 100 and something. Which, I mean, $100,000 is a lot of money. You feel what I'm saying? But when you supposed to be getting $600-700 and you only getting, you know what I'm saying? That's something totally different. Especially when you ain't got no involvement with it. It's like, it's one thing if, all right, yo, we gonna take this money, but we gonna give you this up front. Boom, here go this 100 stacks. We gonna take this 5. We gonna try to flip it. You feel me? So that way you can still get your 5, but we gonna get like 15. We gonna get like, you know, another $250,000 off of it or something like that. So we gonna take this 5 and we gonna make like what? Let's say they gonna take 250. They're gonna make 750. You get your other 250 back. Whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, you pretty much still get the same amount of money, but we took that money and flipped it, and to make us a little bit more money, and then you still get what you was gonna get. But you know what I mean? That kind of thing. I've done it before. Give my man some bread so he can go flip something real quick. You give me my money back and a little bit more, and boom. But in his case, like, come on, dog. If I'm gonna give you, I'm not tripping off you giving me no extra money when I'm getting 700 racks. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if that was the full case, but from what he's saying, from what Tekashi was saying, that's not the full case. And you can't expect, I'm not expecting, when Tekashi was doing all this shit was happening, I'm like, oh, he's snitching. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm like, yo, why are y'all mad at why? It's funny because, you know, we make jokes about everything, but it's not funny when you have to live through that shit. Like, Tekashi got to live through, like, all these people that he thought was cool with him, which I mean, In a sense, he should have known he wasn't cool with him. People tried to warn him and tried to tell him, but kids is knuckleheads, man. People, you live and you learn, and now he's learned. And he had to get some of the blame for it. He got to get some of the blame for it because, come on, dog, a lot of people warned you. But I do also blame like 50 in them. I don't know how. At least 50 in them was 50 and somebody else. I remember 50 was backing him, or not backing him, or but was okay with what he was doing. But 50 had to know that, like, yo, you not gangster, so don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, all your niggas may be gangsters, but you not. So don't be gangster. You know what I'm saying? Don't you getting involved in too much shit. But the gangsters should have been like, dog, they should have had 2 levels of protection for him. Their first level of protection was supposed to be protecting him from anybody outside that wanted to bring him harm in any kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe just in a physical way. I don't know if they had like financial gangsters and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? People protecting his assets or what have you, stuff like that. And then somebody should have been protecting him from the inside too, protecting him from the gangsters inside the crew. You know what I'm saying? Somebody should have been like, dog, you need to keep him away from all this gangster shit. He don't need to be involved because he's not gangster. You know what I'm saying? He's not a gangster. He's not a G. He's not from the block. He never really got initiated into the gang, quote unquote. Technically, he's not even a gang member. He's just one of our homeboys. And that's where they should have stayed at. It should have been like, yo, you just one of the homeboys. He shouldn't have been able to, I don't know if he ever threw the setup or whatever. I didn't pay too much attention to Tekashi 6ix9ine and stuff because it just wasn't my thing. And I didn't believe it. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was a farce. I just didn't think that it was like that crazy until it got that crazy. I don't feel bad for who's getting locked up, who's getting jammed up, because you asking someone who never was in the gang. I think he's supposed to be getting like 75 years. He's 23, 24. 75 years? What? At 23, 24, I'm supposed to go down. He's supposed to, not me. He's supposed to go down with /for some dudes who was robbing him, taking his show money, took his jewelry, kidnapped him, fucked his baby mother, and Lord knows whatever else they was doing. How many times was he probably getting bitched? Like quietly, just hush type, just getting bitched. And you expect that person to stay as unloyal as you were to him, you want him to be loyal to you. It doesn't make any sense. You know, it's stupid. For Tekashi if Tekashi took all them charges, Tekashi is dumb. That reminds me of this chick that I knew at one point in time. She was telling me about this dude that she met. She met the dude. Now, she was a dummy anyway. I could just talking to her. I'm like, oh, you a dummy. Yo. If she lived closer, I'd have smashed her. But she lived in Virginia or some shit. I'm like, all right, yo, you just a conversation. There's no fucking way. I'm not driving. I'm not. It had to be a certain way that was going to happen. There was no way that I was just going to drive down there. And, you know what I'm saying? I'm not driving. That's a lot of pussy I'm passing just to go get something. There had to be a reason for me to go to Virginia. I had to make a day out of it. But, she was telling me about how she got a drug charge on her because the dude that she was with, she knew him for like 3 months. Riding around with him, he got something in the car. He told her, yo, say that this is yours because I can't go to jail. That type of shit. Like, after 3 months, you expect me to be loyal to you like that? Some people have a very very weird thing when it comes to loyalty. They think there's no fault. People don't think there's supposed to be a fault to that loyalty or a stopping point. At some point, this loyalty can be detrimental to your health, to your well-being. That's when you need to start questioning if you need to still be loyal. You know what I'm saying? Because how does this benefit us? Does this benefit you more than it benefits me? You know what I'm saying? And for Tekashi, him taking those charges, now if they didn't steal from him, if the money was coming clean, if he wasn't fucking his baby mother, then maybe I would be like, all right, dog. And they didn't rob him and they didn't kidnap him. Then I'm like, oh, all right, yo, maybe he should keep his mouth shut. But to be getting money stole from you, like you find that out later in life, they even probably stole millions. People don't even want to bring that up. Nobody want to bring up the fact that they probably stole millions from him, even if it was 1 million. You know what I'm saying? Even if it was 500,000, it's a lot of fucking money to be stealing from somebody, and you expect them to turn around and still be loyal to you. That's crazy. When you're not being loyal to me, like that, it doesn't work like that. It's a two-way street. So you gotta be loyal back to the person. If you're not being loyal back, then what are you being? And so if he does snitch, yeah, point him out. Now, Tekashi in a crazy ass situation because like, how are you gonna ever go anywhere? Like with all them tattoos on your face, he gonna have to get like reconstructive surgery, like from like smoking aces and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? He gonna get like his jawline removed, his chin shaved, his nose, you know what I'm saying, Michael Jackson nose treatment. He gonna have to cut all his hair off, you know what I'm saying, be bald headed for a minute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he gotta do a lot of stuff to be able to be a regular person in the world. If he even comes home. Who knows if he's even coming home right away? Cause I think he's still gonna get him on the racketeering charges. I think he's still gonna get him on that. You know what I'm saying? So I think he's telling to get a lighter sentence. And like I said, and of course, like I'm not surprised, and I'm not mad that he's snitching. I'm not mad that he's paying them back. Let me say that, because I don't think it's snitching. I don't think it's snitching because he wasn't. Because a lot of everything that they got in trouble for, he wasn't there for. And from some things that I've heard, that the Fed's been on them for a minute. They've been paying attention to them for a minute. You know what I'm saying? Even before Tekashi came around. So they already was trying to build cases on them. But now that they had Tekashi, who was able to put some of the stuff out there in the forefront, boom, they get, it's an easier way to make a case against them. And a lot of it is there for, you can get uber money hungry. Like people can get uber money hungry. And that's something that like you gotta keep in check. That's an evilness that you gotta keep. That green. That's why it's green, because it's envy, and it creates greed. You have to try your hardest to keep that in check, because that shit will get you fucked up. Money will get you fucked up. I'm in a position right now where I feel like I'm about to see how money's gonna get people fucked up, and it's probably gonna make me walk away from something that I want to do. But I'm going to have to maneuver my way to make sure to make this shit work, and try to make it work where everybody's never going to be happy. That's one thing that I'm understanding now. I don't give a fuck what you do in life. If there's more than 2 people involved, somebody's not going to be happy with any decision. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's going to, if there's 2 or more people involved, you're going to make a decision, and somebody's not, out of that 3 people, somebody's going to make a decision, and somebody's not going to be happy about it. So get that in your head right now. No matter what decision you ever decide to make in your life, somebody's not going to be happy about it. So, but you got to try your best to try to, you got to, they say the best deals is the one when you walk away from the table and both of y'all feel like y'all lost something. Now, if one person feel like they won and one person, that's still the same thing. Like, somebody feel like they lost, that means it was just somebody just wasn't happy with what happened. But with this Tekashi 6ix9ine thing, yo, it's not, I don't blame Tekashi, yo. I don't. Put yourself in his shoes. Put yourself in his shoes because initially, I'm pretty sure he wasn't thinking that they was robbing him or was going to rob him. He probably thought it was a cool little thing. Chummy, oh, all right, sweet. Here's what it is. But now that they robbing him, and he probably could have looked past all the robbing and shit. Probably could have looked past all the taking of the show money. He probably could have looked past that. But dog, it's hard to look past the kidnapping, the robbery. Like I think they robbed him for his jewelry and stuff, and the fucking of your baby mother to a nigga that you know you can't fucking beat. You can't beat him. You can't touch him. You know what I'm saying? So you have. So I look at what 6ix9ine is doing is like judo. I'ma use your. Maybe it's not. I know judo is when you use your, like I use your force against you. You know what I'm saying? Like you attack me and I pull you. You know what I'm saying? And flip you over and shit like that. But with Tekashi, he realized, yo, I can't go gangster with gangster. I'm not gangster. So what's my way out of this shit? What's my way to get back at these niggas for robbing me, for stealing all my money, for stealing like 80% of my show money, for fucking my baby mother, for kidnapping me? What's my payback? I can't go gangster route. Oh shit, I'm jammed? Okay, I know a lot of shit that y'all niggas did. Now what? Like it's payback. I don't look at it as Snitch. I look at it as payback. And you gonna have some people, of course, that's these gangsters or whatever. That's gonna be, no nigga, that's snitching. That's some bitch ass shit. No, it's not. That's like you can't take a lamb and try to make him a lion. He's a lamb. You can't do it. You can't take prey and expect like you. You can't take prey and make it a predator. They herbivores. They don't eat meat. You feel what I'm saying? Like they don't eat meat. You just can't do it. And they're trying to. People are trying. You're trying to convince people that you can turn a hoe into a housewife type of thing. Like you can't take this lamb, this 6'9" lamb, and turn him into a goddamn mountain lion. That's not what he is. It's not who he's gonna be. And then you did. You bullied and you punked and you picked on this lamb, and now you mad that the lamb has leverage on you to use it against you. Cause you were being stupid. You know what I'm saying? That's your fault. That's your fault. Cause you should have been cool with him. You should have been like, all right, yo, you gonna get these shows, we gonna do this money. You gonna have to chill on this gangster shit cause you not a gangster. You feel what I'm saying? Like you not gangster. So still chill out. Stop fucking with the shit. Continually make your music. You know what I'm saying? And maybe it was fucked up because he put himself in a position where it was probably too late. You know what I'm saying? Too late to back off all the gangster shit. And he probably could have, though. He probably could have backed off all the gangster stuff. He legit probably could have. He could have did something else. He could have glorified other things. And I think they should have curtailed that. But what do you expect? What do you expect? I don't expect anything else. You know what I'm saying? I legit don't. So I don't know, man. It's not a feel sorry thing. It's just how I'm looking at it, dog. I forget what movie. It might have been like The Godfather or something like that, where they would say they never touch anybody that's not in the game. You don't touch people that's not in the game. Tekashi was not in the game. He was playing a game, but he wasn't playing that game. You brought him into that game, made him feel like he was above the rules, allowed him to act like he was above the rules. Then when the rules got broken and he never actually played by the rules, Westside loves you. Bless.